Explanation of the book Deep Work by Cal Newport. The book Deep Work by Cal Newport is one of the most important books on the subject of productivity in the modern era, as it focuses on the importance of deep focus and its impact on professional and personal success. In a world full of distractions and superficial preoccupations, Newport explains how the ability to work with deep focus has become a rare but very valuable skill, and those who possess it can achieve high productivity and great creativity in their work. Introduction. Why is deep work important? In the past, success depended largely on practical experience and long experience. But in the digital age, success has become dependent on your ability to focus deeply and accomplish high-value work. Why? Because modern technology and social media drain our attention and prevent us from focusing for long periods, which makes most people work in a state of constant distraction without achieving great achievements. But people who can work with deep focus have a great advantage because they are able to learn complex skills quickly, produce high-quality work, achieve great professional success by outperforming competitors. Newport explains that deep work is not just an option, but a necessity for success in today's world, where jobs increasingly rely on deep thinking and creativity rather than routine tasks. Section 1. Definition of deep work versus shallow work. 1. What is deep work? Deep work is a professional activity that is done in a state of high concentration without distraction, requires intense intellectual effort, and brings a person to the maximum of his cognitive abilities, leads to the production of high-value work such as writing a book or a scientific article, developing complex software, solving mathematical or research problems, creating new ideas in your professional field. 2. What is shallow work? Shallow work is an activity that does not require deep concentration, such as responding to email, browsing social media, attending unnecessary meetings, following news and entertainment content. Why is shallow work a problem? Because it consumes a lot of time without producing real value, making a person feel like they are busy all day, but in reality, they are not achieving anything important. 3. Why is deep work becoming rare? In today's world, deep focus has become rare because of social media that steals attention and causes digital addiction, email and constant notifications that keep us in a constant state of distraction, modern work culture that focuses on meetings and quick responses rather than deep production. But this means that people who can work with deep focus will have a significant competitive advantage because they are able to achieve amazing results in less time. Section 2. The benefits of deep work. 1. Increase productivity dramatically. When you work in a state of full focus, you can get work done faster and with higher quality compared to intermittent work that is interspersed with constant distractions. 2. Accelerated learning. If you want to learn a new skill quickly, such as programming, writing, or design, deep work helps you absorb information more effectively. The brain needs intense focus to build strong neural connections, and this does not happen if you are distracted between multiple tasks. 3. Achieve high-quality work. Most great achievements have been made through deep work, such as writing books, designing creative products, or developing modern technologies. People who rely on superficial work only will not be able to achieve outstanding achievements. 4. Improve mental health and increase job satisfaction. Constant distraction leads to stress and anxiety because you always feel busy but without real achievement. Deep work gives you a sense of accomplishment, which improves your mood and increases your happiness. Section 3. The 4 rules of deep work and how to apply them. The first rule, work deeply. In order to achieve deep work, you must create a work environment that helps you focus. By 1. Choose a style that suits you for deep work. The monastic approach. Allocate entire days for deep work without any external communication. The rhythmic approach. Set fixed times daily for deep work, such as 2 hours in the morning. And journalistic approach. Use any available time to engage in deep work. 2. Create a daily routine for deep focus. Set specific hours for deep work each day. Use the Pomodoro technique, where you work for 50 minutes and then take a 10-minute break. Or Rule 2, embrace boredom. Avoid turning to your phone when you feel bored. Use the time for creative thinking instead of digital distraction. Rule 3, quit social media. Only use social media when it is essential to your career. Set time to use the internet instead of randomly opening your phone. Rule 4, drain the shallows. Reduce unnecessary meetings. Use email smartly. Don't respond to messages immediately, but set aside time for them. Set a daily time without the internet to practice deep work. Section 4, how to start practicing deep work today. Set a schedule for deep work every day. Choose a quiet place to work away from distractions. Use noise-canceling headphones or calming music to help you focus. Turn off all notifications during deep work. Practice digital fasting from the internet for specific periods. Conclusion: why you should start deep work now. Deep work is a rare but powerful skill. In a world full of distractions, people who are able to focus deeply will achieve extraordinary success. If you want to improve your productivity, learn new skills quickly, or achieve great things, embracing the principle of deep work will be the key to your success. Here are the stories that Cal Newport mentioned in his book, Deep Work, about prominent people and real events about how they benefited from deep work to achieve their successes. We should know 1. The story of Carl Jung and his isolation in the tower. Carl Jung, the famous psychologist, was very popular in his field of work, but he was fully aware of the importance of deep work and its effect on creativity. At the height of his career, Jung decided to take a radical step in order to improve his focus and increase his creativity. Jung decided to build a small stone tower in a Swiss forest, away from the noise of everyday life. The tower was in a remote location so that he could work away from distractions in society. There was no contact with people, and he had no external distractions. Goal: Jung's goal was to find a long, uninterrupted time to devote to his research and ideas, as he worked there for months on end without any interruption. Productivity and creativity. This isolation helped Jung to focus deeply on his work, and it was the place where he developed his theory of the collective unconscious. This idea, which was revolutionary in the field of psychology, became the cornerstone of his work and deeply influenced the scientific and intellectual world. The result? Although Jung was in complete isolation, this allowed him to produce unprecedented ideas and achieve great progress in his field. It was the deep work that took place in this tower that led to scientific discoveries that changed the course of psychology. Lessons learned from the story. Isolation from distractions can have a profound effect on productivity and creativity. Long and continuous time of deep concentration leads to outstanding achievements. 2. The story of Bill Gates in the weeks of deep thinking. Bill Gates, the founder of Microsoft, is another example of how deep work can be used to achieve great success. At the height of Microsoft's success, Gates devoted a lot of time to deep thinking, which helped him innovate and make big decisions that contributed to Microsoft's unprecedented growth. Deep thinking weeks. At one point in his life, Gates would set aside several weeks a year to step away from his daily work and avoid regular meetings and communications. He would spend these weeks thinking deeply about the future of Microsoft and its direction, the idea. During these periods, Gates would study and discuss with himself the future trends of technology and plan the big projects that would shape the future. He would review research, read specialized books and articles, and reevaluate the company's priorities. The result? These weeks of deep isolation allowed him to develop a clear vision about the future of software and gave him the opportunity to think about things like the Windows operating system, which radically changed the course of the technology industry. Lessons learned from the story. Isolation from daily work allows for high levels of focus and creativity. Deep thinking and long periods of thinking and analysis can lead to outstanding strategic decisions. 3. The story of Michelangelo in sculpture in deep work. Michelangelo, one of the greatest Renaissance artists, is another example of how deep work can contribute to great creativity. Working on the statue of David. When working on the famous statue of David, Michelangelo spent long hours in his dark room without any interaction with others. He was completely focused on shaping the block of marble, where he first started forming the statues in his mind and then transferring them to the marble. Complete isolation. According to many historical sources, Michelangelo chose complete isolation away from distractions and daily concerns in order to focus deeply on his work. It took him a lot of time and effort to shape the statues the way he wanted, and this period of his life is considered one of the most productive periods of deep work in history. The result. This deep focus led to the production of amazing works of art, such as the Statue of David, which is one of the greatest works of art in history. Lessons learned from the story. Deep focus on work can produce works of timeless value. Creativity does not come from constant preoccupation, but from complete dedication to ideas and work. 4. Nick Saban's story and the role of sports in deep work. Nick Saban is a football coach who achieved great success with the Alabama team in the United States. Newport mentions in the book how Saban became a brilliant coach because he was able to adopt the idea of deep work in football as he focused not only on physical training, but also on strategic and mental planning for the team. Focus on details. Saban was known for his ability to analyze details very deeply, whether they were game plans or the team's preparations for the opponent. Staying away from distractions. He used to allocate certain periods of the day for strategic thinking without external interference, which contributed to his training creativity and innovative strategies that changed the course of the team's matches. The result? This strategy helped Saban achieve many championships thanks to his thoughtful decisions and achieve amazing results with his team. Lessons learned from the story. Deep work is not limited to academic fields only, but includes any field that requires creativity and strategic planning. Full immersion in detail and deep thinking can lead to unexpected and remarkable results. Conclusion. The stories Newport tells in the book provide vivid examples of how deep work can be used in diverse fields, from art to technology to sports. All of these stories show that deep focus and creativity are not just theoretical concepts, but tools that can make a real difference in our professional and personal lives.